This is the beginning of something huge. Now in training camp, we have an elite athletic core of young guns in Giddy, Mattis, Coby, and Ayo, who are all looking to break out this season to run and stretch the floor like we have not seen in Chicago for years. Hey, everybody, welcome to Bulls Digest. We got an awesome show for you today. We're going to break down a lot of this youth movement that's coming into training camp. We're in day 2 of training camp, actually day 3 now. So we're going to cover training camp day 1 and 2. We're going to see where they fit in the whole picture of this, because get ready to run, and what can this young core do and what can they bring. But before we get started, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm noticing only 67.5% of you are subscribed who are stopping on by. We're glad you're stopping by, but you're going to want to hit that subscribe button so you guys can stay up to date and in the know with all things Chicago Bulls. With that, let's get started. So we have an exciting training camp right now in Chicago. It's all youth movement driven. Yes, we have Vuk, and yes, we have Zach, who's still kind of on the cusp, but we only have a couple veterans in our pocket right now. This is a youth movement training camp. We're going to see a lot of athleticism, a lot of drive, a lot of hustle. But this core component where you have Mattis, you have Ayo, you have Patrick, we're gonna see how they're going to gel, how they're going to come together. And I think a lot of that comes down to Billy and the coaching staff and what their game plan is. Their game plan right now, if you look at the last half of the season, is running to a T. Now we got to flip the page into the 2025-2026 season and make sure that continues and goes vertical and gets even better. That's the goal for us. That's the goal we should be seeing. Now, how does this young core, where you have Mattis, fit with Coby and now Josh Giddey? This is going to be fun. Okay, so we have exponential athleticism in this core group of youth-driven guys who have high motors, high octane, slash and cut, pop and shoot. If those percentages start seeing little stretches in, November, December, January, February, you could go on little rip stretches that we haven't seen in this town in quite some time. Dare I say we haven't seen this in a long time, since your Joakim Noah, Derrick Rose days. Now, relax. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the potential is clearly there from all the talent level you can see from the end of last season after the All-Star break to where we're at now. Now, what does this really mean in the long term? Well, when we look at it, the further we got into the season, this is referring to last season, the more evident was that the Bulls were among the most well-conditioned teams in the league. This is going to be huge. I want everybody to remember this as this season wears on. With a youth movement, you have outstanding conditioning, and that is everything, man. So when you're older vets who need that breather during that big stretch, your young guys do not. They're ready to roll. So just, they tired out opponents. They had the second highest net rating in the fourth quarter after games after the All-Star break. That's why we were winning games after the All-Star break. Our motor didn't quit. We were in full-blown youth mode. So this is all outstanding news heading into this new season. Will they maintain that? Let me say yes, because they have a youth movement. It's all going to depend on conditioning. There's two key factors here for every team in the NBA, and that's going to come down to health and durability. Can your body take the full NBA season? And the fact that they're young, this could work in our favor. This is absolutely great. It means we have a high motor drive, and we're handling business in the fourth quarter. So as other teams are starting to get weaker and you're running people off the bench when they're in foul trouble, if we don't have foul trouble, we start shooting up because we are not getting tired. We're rolling. We're youth driven. Knowing that, this youth core seems to be poised to break into something new that we haven't seen at the UC in a long time. With that high octane motor, with that energy that we get, we're going to be running the floor, stretching the floor. In transition points, we're going to see a lot more transition points, a lot more fast breaks, a lot more defensive pops, pitches, and quick passes for a dunk. I think you're going to see a lot more, instead of slug 'em, mug 'em, pick and roll, I think you're going to see backdoor cuts for alley-oops. I think because we have the athletic core that's able to handle that. Knowing that really kind of makes me happy for one reason heading into this season. If any of these guys click and some of these different rotations click, like let's say you have Giddy, let's say you have Ayo, let's say you have Coby, and now you mix and match, and now you get Essengue coming off the bench, and now he clicks with them, and Isaac's down there, and Isaac clicks with this 2 and 3, and you have Zach Collins and Vuk who click with this 2 and 3. We have more matchable combinations to combat any offenses and defenses that we play in the league, because we will be able to mix and match, and we will be able to match up better. Matching up is really the key in the NBA. Everybody will tell you it comes down to matchups. Well, the more combinations we have to matchups, the higher likelihood we have to succeed. All right. Speaking of succeeding, we have re-signed Josh. We already know Kuminga is stuck at Golden State. So we got our guy, they got their guy. Never the twain shall meet. I like our choice. I love our choice. Let me rephrase that. Love it. So with 30 minutes per game, 14.6 points, the points are probably going to come up with the youth that he has around him and the ability to stretch the floor with speed. His rebounds may even go up for putback shots. His assists may even go up, since he'll be able to slash and burn and distribute the ball with athletic guys on the blocks. His blocks may or may not go up if he's distributing the ball. Let's say his assists jump to about 10 or 11. Don't care about the blocks. Not an issue. I mean, that's my 2 cents. If the assists go up, I don't care. Let the big guys get the blocks. That's fine by me. The bottom line is Josh being re-signed is clearly the monetary and lightning bolt physical engine of where this team can go. Now, knowing that, what does Mattis think? What does he think about coming into the UC again? Hey, do you know how refreshing it feels to walk into this building again? First of all, to say that is cool. I can see the fans yelling. I can see the excitement. You can feel the energy. It's a shift. Wow, that is not usual talk. So that's somebody who sees the vision of the young core. That's somebody who can see where they're going to be. This is going to be one of the more exciting Bulls teams that we've seen in the season transitionally, because they're going to run. These Bulls are going to run. And if anything, we're going to be in more games. We're going to be in games because we can run. Now, the top 25% of this league, and everybody knows this, the top 25% of this league, who are all serious, deep playoff contending teams, are going to try to throttle and choke that. And what youth can do is sometimes break out from that. So the idea is at least 75% of these teams, we're going to remain extremely competitive, more competitive than you'd imagine, because that's what they won't be able to slow us down. Whereas those top tier, top 2 in the conference, top 2 in the conference, top 2 in the conference, they're going to try and impose their defensive will. It's up to our young guys to crack that code. Now, if we can start to get into the top 25 and still transition, look out, man. Just look out. Now, Coby White is going to be an engine. Let's just call it what it is. He is going to be our spark plug. So you can displace the weight. 33 minutes a game, 20.4 points. And and I know after the All-Star break, that actually came up a little. So you're lagging on the first half of the season with his numbers. His numbers he can start out pretty hot and he can go high. Rebounds could be up. Assists I'd like to see up a little bit. Blocks don't care. Steals I'd like to see up. I would like to see steals up for one reason. If we play defensive-minded basketball, that turns to transition offensive-minded point scoring. We have the youth to be able to do that exact model. That's exactly what Billy's going to try to push them. That's what our tourists put these guys in positions to win to do. This is where we're at. This is an exciting time to be a Bulls fan. It just is. Finally, when we really look at where we're at, from cleaning the glass, this is what they said last season, and they're looking at going into this season. To the Bulls' credit, they established a pretty clear offensive identity last season. The team finished the season behind only the Grizzlies in pace and finished third in fast breaks points per game. Overall, 16.2% of the Bulls' offensive plays started in transition, which ranked in the top 8 of the entire NBA. There it is. If that transition takes a leap forward this season, which it can, if our guys are more athletic and stretch the floor, they will. We're looking at something we haven't seen in the UC for a long time, for a very long time. Exciting time to be a Bulls fan. Very happy. This is just my opinion. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, because without you, there's no us. And that's about it for here. We'll see you real soon. Go Bulls.